DBCG Journals, Chapter 1. The Purge. Carleto sent a memo to me on the evening of October 30th, 2018. The memo reads, Mrs. Killer James, I am calling an emergency meeting. I want to see all of the leaders of DBCG today. Gather everyone up and meet me at my penthouse at Eclipse Towers in Rockford Hills. As we arrived, we were buzzed in by his maid. Sarah told us that we needed to take our shoes off at the door and instructed us to walk down the hallway. She said, take a left at the corner and then a right. It will be the second door on the right. We did what was instructed. And when we got to the room, there was a big conference table surrounded by 8 chairs. Everyone began to look at me. I suggested that we have a seat. The leaders sat down at the table and began to wait, talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out why we were called here. As I am sitting at this table, I can't help but to wonder why we were invited to the president's home for this meeting and not the clubhouse. Everyone pretty much knew there is going to be some kind of war. We just didn't know what kind. Carleto entered the room shortly after that. We all stood to attention to salute him, and saluting us back, he tells us to be seated. He began to speak, informing us that our businesses were getting raided too often in the last year. He said that there is an opt upon us and they have been reporting our activities to LSPD. He informed us that he is authorizing a purge for the city of Los Santos for the next 24 hours. The crew bylaws are waived for this one event. However, no one is to use guns or explosives, only melee weapons. In a demanding voice, he asked us was he clear. We all said, yes sir. He dismissed the rest of the leaders and instructed BREE and myself to stay behind. He sat back down at the table and told us that he had a meeting with the police chief. He said that they are willing to look the other way if we pay them a monthly fee for moving our weight. He then informed us that we need to find out who the opt is and take care of them. BREE stood up and pulled out her guns and suggested that we should take care of the chief because no one will now or ever blackmail DBCG. Carleto said, in due time. For now, let us focus on getting our money back on track by causing less attention as possible. I looked at her with an uncertain smile on my face and said, come on sharpshooter, put them guns away. BREE and I left his conference room and gathered the members up and informed them that the president has declared a purge that will last for 24 hours ending the night of October 31st. We instructed them to wear Pacific apparel. Masks are face paints, therefore our identity will stay discreet. As we gathered our materials for this event, we headed out to the streets of Los Santos where the purge had begun.